Hi, I'm Bob Martin. Welcome to Dreams from the Presidio Theatre. I'm so delighted. Our guest today is Sonia Pina, and she is a Cuban-born Bay Area artist and producer, works with many of the world music and dance companies that are in the Bay Area. She is also the musical director of Batala San Francisco, the Brazilian drumming band that hopefully many of you have seen over the years. It's a delight to have her here today. Hi, Sonia. How are you doing?
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. You know, what we're doing is finding out from people who we have deep respect for and people that we've worked with at the Presidio Theatre about what your dreams have been during this time, or what kind of dreams you have about what's going to be happening as we move forward into this new world.
Well, I've been recently reading a book by Sonia D. It's a fantasy book, and it has incorporated a little bit of Yoruba traditions, but one of the things that has sort of blended into my dreams is that there's this concept of magic or ashe in colors. And it's something that, just leaves your body. And I had recently a dream about this moment in which when I finally get to play music with my folks again and be in the same place together, how the energy of the music, that ashe, is going to start blending out in this like vibrant red color. So it's been, a nice way of incorporating this book that I've been enjoying reading, and then also moving into this like thing that obviously I miss, the band misses, everyone misses being together, playing music together, dancing together. So I just loved it when I woke up with that dream of being filled with this vibrant red energy.
I love that. That's great. For you and for the music community in San Francisco, obviously the great dream is to be playing for people again. And how do you see, with the experience we've gone through, how is that going to transform, do you think, that experience and people being able to join in together and participate in the kind of wonderful music that you're a part of?
Yeah, well, I think one of the most interesting things that I've gotten out of this has been the response of people who would not be the performers, right? People missing the stimulation of music, of dance, of performance. It's sort of understandable, right, that performers are missing that aspect, but it's quite comforting for me to be hearing from folks about how they miss receiving that. So I think, or I hope, I really hope that there's going to be increased appreciation or desire to see performance. Maybe, again, hopefully, fingers crossed, more understanding about all that it takes for the folks to prepare and present this, performance, and for people to start giving it a little bit more respect and credit. And I think that it's going to create this higher appreciation. I mean, I think there's always been lovers of the art and people who always go to shows and always, stop if they hear music on the street, or they see, someone dancing or doing performance, like, something even captivating, like in Bart or something. But I think now people are going to seek it even more. I think having this period of without is going to make folks want it that much more. So it's this great combination of, all this pent up need that we have as performers to have that experience together and to like share that. And I'm also really excited to, whenever we get the moment, to share that and people really receive it with desire.
I think that is so true. And I know that you're one of the people that's going to be able to bring that back to us. And I want to ask you about the soul of San Francisco. What does that mean to you? How do you see it, again, emerging from the times we've been going through?
That's a really interesting thing, I think, right now. I think San Francisco's been changing so much in the last, like 10 years. I'm sure people would say more, but definitely feels palpable, you know, in the last few years where, you know, the changes in restaurants, the people who are living. So there's a interesting combination for me about this idea of the soul of San Francisco, especially at this time where I think at a time, you know, a few decades ago when people would think of San Francisco as, you know, sort of a mecca of, you know, art, especially everything in the streets. I think that this is sort of a moment where we might get a little bit back to that, where we could, you know, let that positive energy that has been associated with San Francisco for so long flourish again, and maybe not so much concentrated on like effective productivity, but more about, you know, the children of love, you know, more about getting together again and experiencing things together. I don't think people really valued that experience recently, in terms of like really just being in a space with other people. And to me, the joy of being in a concert or in a park or whatever is that just feeding off of the people around me, and sort of appreciating that we're experiencing this together. So I really hope that that's one of the things right now, sort of that vibe in San Francisco of getting back into that, bringing the soul back as a positive energy place.
Oh, I so agree with that. I think it's so important, and hopefully people will realize, I think, just that you're saying, of what it means to be with people experiencing that. What do you feel as you emerge from this? What's going to be the most important thing for you personally to be able to put out there again to audiences?
Well, I think I've definitely felt the shift personally for me. Just as I was saying, in terms of the interaction before with people, it has also been a moment of self-reflection in prioritizing me, my personal life. I feel like um, I'm someone who I really love what I do. I really love my job, and I really like the projects that I'm in, either, you know, the dance company or the band. And sometimes I get so overwhelmed in a way by all the tasks, or not even overwhelmed, because I can't tell. I think that was a thing that I couldn't tell that was overwhelming everything in my life. So just how I've taken this moment to be like, okay, this needs to become my new normal, right? Like having dinner with my family on a regular basis, and you know, checking in, having conversations with my family and friends regularly. I somehow want to bring that into, you know, whatever it is that I'm sharing, either through the events that I produce or as a performer. I'm not sure exactly how that translates yet, but I think there is a value in saying, you know, we had to take this time to see what feeds us, and what makes us feel better, and what makes us flourish. And now, you know, hopefully we can go out with that better balance.
So I think you're right, and I think you're going to be playing a major role in that as we reemerge. And I'm so grateful that you could join us today. Just stay well and keep believing in the work that you do, and know how important it is to all of us.
Thank you so much, and I can't wait to get back to the Presidio Theater.